Hi, Stephen from OWNorDisown. Well, as you know, there's Amazon's having their Prime deals, which means you might get a few bargains. Had to scour around a little bit, few and far between, to be honest. There's a couple of nice ones, but I also took the liberty to check out Walmart and Newegg too, because some of those guys have also reduced their prices on something. So let's see what is available. So of course the first one is the Acer Predator Helios 300. Now I did review this one and it is really good. You know, for it's $1,200 when I bought it. Now it's at $1,000. You know, and people have asked, shall I buy this or the Triton series? Well, here the motherboard is the right way around, easy to upgrade and easy to replace should you wish. Now this has got the 1660 Ti model. Two sticks of 8GB of RAM, so it's dual channels. That's great. You got a 256GB SSD, and so it is very nice. And you've got 144 Hz 1080 panel, which can be using the overdrive function, make it 3 milliseconds. Now I didn't see any difference in there between that and regular, but it's nice to have. And you do have the 9750H CPU, and it works pretty well. Pretty close to, in fact, to the 8750H I have in my Triton, but the temperatures are fairly decent. You can got good fan control, and in terms of performance, you can get it. Like in my Far Cry 5 here, it's very similar to even the 2070 Max-Q. Yeah. So the second one I want to mention is the ASUS G703Gi. It's over at Newegg for $1,850. Now this is a GTX 1080. And it's got very good cooling. I did review this. I reviewed the 1070 model, and it's got a quick access panel to to access the 3 M.2 slots, the 2 DIMMs RAM, and the Wi-Fi card. So it's very good, and the cooling I thought was very nice, and the build quality was good. It's got a 1080p G-Sync panel, 3 milliseconds. So you can't really go wrong there. It's got a Thunderbolt 3. And this started out at about $2,900, so it's come down a hell of a lot, $1,850. That is a good deal. Now over at Walmart, we've got the ASUS ROG Strix GL 531GU. Now this has a 1660 Ti, only 8GB of RAM, so I recommend you do put another stick in there, but you do get quite decent storage. You get a 512GB SSD, it's PCI Express. And you've got the i5 9300H. Now I don't think the 9300H will bottleneck the 1660 Ti, compared to certainly like the 3750H I just recently reviewed. So I think this is a good deal if you certainly bear in mind to buy another stick of RAM, and that's over at Walmart for about $900. Also over at Walmart is the Dell G5, and I think this is a good laptop. I actually did review this last year, and we've got the i5 8300H, still a decent CPU, still much better than that AMD Ryzen 3750H. You do get dual channel RAM here, you get 16 gigs, and you get a GTX 1060, and you get a 256GB SSD and a 1TB hard drive. And I think that's great. Look at that, $779. I think that's going to be pretty hard to beat. You're currently seeing laptops, the GTX 1650 laptops around about that price range, and this is certainly a lot faster than that. Acer Predator Helios 500, and now this has the AMD 8-core Ryzen 7 2700U and the AMD Radeon RX Vega 56 graphics. A 17.3-inch laptop, big beast, and of course it came out also with the GTX 1070, I think. But it's got the RX Vega 56 graphics. So it is, it's a desktop replacement. But look at this, $1,299. I think that is a fantastic value. You got 144 Hz FreeSync display, so you're not going to get any tearing. It's going to be fantastic. It's 300 nits, IPS, and you got 16 gigabytes of RAM with a 256GB SSD storage. I think this is a great deal. And if you look at Tom's Hardware had actually this reviewed, and they compared it to the Acer, the same one with the Intel CPU in, and a GTX 1070. So it's certainly comparable with that there, and in some cases even beat it. The OS X9 had a GTX 1080 in it, so it certainly held its own there. I think for $1,300, that is a Smashing deal there. Right, well, I hope you found that quite useful. Some good deals there, so let's see if there's anything else pops up tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.